Hi guys, and welcome back to Pink Peach Finds. If you're new here, I'm Charlotte and I'm a reseller documenting my finds and my sourcing. Today you join me as I go sourcing in Beeston, which is near Nottingham, and we have a look up the high street of Beeston to see what we can find. Let's go. So the very first thing you see me have a look at here is some French crystal champagne coupes. Unfortunately these are £20, which just leaves no room for profit. So the next thing you see me pick up here is some dessert bowls, 2 green glass and 2 blue glass, and these were nice but they were mismatching. I end up taking these to the till, but I never actually leave the shop with them. I do have a rule for myself, which is if I can't find another item in a charity shop and the first item I've picked up isn't great, then I tend to leave the first item behind. This next item I pick up is 1 champagne Luminarch champagne coupe for £2. This jug was a Groven Croft jug, but sadly it was £15. Next you see me take a saunter over to the clothes section, and really I'm not looking for clothes at the moment, but I always check to see if there's anything extra special. You see me pick up a couple of pieces, but there's nothing really that catches my eye here. Sadly, in this cancer research, there was little to nothing of interest to me. The bric-a-brac section was a little bit disappointing, there was nothing there, and there was no clothing that immediately jumped out to me, so I made quite a quick exit. The bric-a-brac section of the Rainbows charity shop was a lot more diverse and interesting, but there was nothing there that stood out to me that I really needed. I do always like to give these bric-a-brac sections a really good look over, and I usually stand and just look at the shelf for several seconds, longer than you might think that a person should look, and that's just to see in case I miss anything. I always miss stuff on the first go over. As always, I make my way over to the clothing section of this charity shop. I always just have a look, even if I'm not looking for clothing. I always just check out the rails for anything unique or interesting that stands out to me immediately. Really importantly here, I also always check the jewellery section, not because I've ever found anything absolutely incredible, but because I've often found pieces that are actually really good sellers. Murano beads, for example, I found once, some designer bracelets which just slip through the net. Next, and as I've mentioned a couple of times in my videos, I end up at the menswear section, and here I find a vintage regatta gilet in excellent condition, and that comes home with me. So I initially got really excited when I saw a Salvation Army, because typically I find that Salvation Armies have really good quality stock. On this occasion there wasn't very much in there. There was a couple of pieces I picked up, as you'll see now, but nothing really significant. As always, I have a look in the menswear section, and you see me touch briefly there a sheepskin coat. Unfortunately, it was priced at £40. The next thing you see me pick up is a wool blend coat, but it was really bobbled and quite damaged. From here I take a look at the bric-a-brac section. Again, this was actually a little bit disappointing. There wasn't very much there. You see me pick up a Tams cup, but it was a full box, about 20 or 30 cups and saucers, and I definitely wasn't carrying that home on that day. In this next shop, again, the bric-a-brac was quite eclectic and mixed, but there was nothing there that was particularly of interest to me. This was until something in the window caught my eye that I had to purchase. Now, for reasons I'm not sure of, I didn't video finding this or getting it off the shelf, so I'm going to put a photo on the screen now of what I found. The first dress you see me stop there for is an Oliver Bonus dress, but it was quite bobbled and it was £18. Again, this bric-a-brac section was quite disappointing. There was nothing really there. I pick up some vintage cups, but I don't really have any intention of purchasing them necessarily. It was more just checking what they were. What I thought was really interesting is this shop had a lot of knitwear out. The rails were absolutely crammed with clothes. It was 25 degrees out in the sun outside the shop, and there was knitwear for sale. So in total, for the trip to Beeston, we bought just 2 items and spent just a total of £22 on those 2 items. Overall, I would say that Beeston was not full of great items on that particular day. It doesn't mean it wouldn't be full of great items on a different day, but I certainly didn't experience it on that particular day. I'd love to go back at a different point and revisit and see if we can find some different goodies. If this is the type of content that you like, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to see more stuff like this. Liking the video helps to show me this is the type of content that you want to see. Flashing up on the outro, you'll be able to see a QR code that you can scan that'll take you to everything else that I do. And otherwise, take care. I'll see you soon.